everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here. A strange thing happened on the way to a better world. In pursuit of an admirable quest, that is, a world free of sex discrimination, where you're judged on your own qualities and not your sex, truth and falsity went topsy-turvy. The truth, the science of sex differences, became dangerous, unmentionable. And in its place, the conventional wisdom, which is a ragbag of ideas that have long been extinct but are kept ghoulishly alive by popularity, they became the entrenched orthodoxy, influencing public thinking, agendas, and policy making, and completely crowding out science and sense. Now, my aim is to show you why the current orthodoxy should be abandoned, and why, if you really care about a fairer world, the science does matter, and it matters profoundly. I'm going to take two examples, both about the professions, because they really very well epitomize the orthodox litany, how society systematically discriminates against women, and how at work they are victims of pervasive sexism. So here are the conventional wisdoms. Well, women in ghettos. Why in medicine are men from surgery, women from pediatrics? In law, men from corporate, women from family. In science, men from physics, women from sociology. It's because women are ghettoized into stereotypically female professions and specialties, where prestige and pay are the lowest. And why is it always men at the top? The highest positions and prizes, whether influence or income, heads of state, CEOs, professors, Nobel laureates. Why? Because for women, there's a glass ceiling. For men, there's a glass elevator. Well, but you might be thinking, isn't that conventional wisdom true? Isn't the evidence compelling? No. Nonsense. Thank you. It's wholly misconceived. It's both ignorant of modern science and it's fighting battles that have already been won. But before I explain to you about that, I've got two caveats. One is about averages. We'll be comparing averages, not differences between individuals. Try not to think in individuals, but about differences between groups. Specifically, how characteristics are distributed differently in the two groups, males and females. And second, let me stress that I'm emphatically not denying that discrimination exists. I'm not denying that. Rather, it can't be the whole story, and it certainly isn't the story in the way that it's generally told. So let's get straight to some science of sex differences, and I'll start with tastes, that is, with interests. There's an experiment in which sex-stereotyped toys, trucks and dolls, were given to mixed-sex groups. Now, I'm sure that all of you would guess correctly which sex preferred which, but these males and females were vervet monkeys. Now consider newborn babies. Even at 1 day old, girls prefer a human face and boys prefer a mechanical mobile. Now, neither those monkeys nor babies had been brainwashed, socialized, stereotyped, ghettoized, or any of these other things, and they hadn't even encountered toys or mobiles previously. Rather, what these results of these little experiments capture is an evolved sex difference in interests. Women are far more interested in people, and men are far more interested in things. This difference is one of the largest of all psychological differences between the sexes, and also it's by far the largest when measured in career interests. And that difference in career interests, by the way, hasn't changed over the past century since records were first kept. Even though there have been massive social changes, that still stands out as the largest difference in career interests. What's more, it's been found that a person's interests are the most powerful predictor of what their entire career will be like, even more so, surprisingly, than talent. So, Look at females in the UK professions. From over 80% in the people-oriented down to 6% in things-oriented. Well, ghettoization, really? Or might it not be choice? By the way, even those 6% female engineers are overwhelmingly in bioengineering, that is, working with people or other living things. And even women in the top 1% of mathematical ability, 1%, that's very, very high, choose instead